Yo guys, Master Markov here, and welcome to another Steam one-shot with SCP Strategy. So, today we're going to be playing another Next Fest 2021 game demo, and this is actually one of the more interesting games. Despite the fact that I haven't seen too much of it from actual online gameplay, I have a heavy place in my heart for the SCP universe. Multiverse? I guess it is technically multiverse if you depict it correctly, depending on the continuity you use, which is essentially just different timelines. So yeah, basically multiverse, and it goes way beyond just the games and how mainstream it has surprisingly become over time. I mean, SCP Unity has definitely allowed that community to flourish. That is absolutely for sure. I mean, everything at Site-19 is just dangerous enough as is. But when you put it online, and then when you get the SCP Unity revamp project that unfortunately has been shut down, despite the fact that it's incredible graphic detail, I have to say I really enjoyed just being able to immerse myself in all the various stories and some of the games. I can't say I've ever really done any on the channel, but I probably will be doing SCP Unity on the channel at some point. I would like a multiplayer version of it, but no, laboratory does not count. I meant a single-player co-op style, more or less, rather than a, how does one put this, frantic flailing of D-class scientists and the Chaos Insurgency running through the halls. So, let's get started with the demo. Oh, mod tools? So you are expecting the inclusion of mod tools. That would be kind of cool. I'd love to see modding in any SCP game, especially, which, honestly, eventually someone should put SCP Site-19 like SCP Escape Unity on Steam as full game. I guarantee you, it would definitely be a hit. I absolutely guarantee someone would buy it. If you just add more stuff, like just to make the price worth it rather than it being free, or you could just put it out for free. Honestly, you get tons and tons of content for it, I guarantee. The administrator. Oh man, of all the things, you let me pick a name? I would like to be the administrator for the O5 Council, but at the same time, you know, I really should explain at least what some of this stuff is going to mean before I even get into this video, because God knows that as soon as I don't, it's going to get incredibly convoluted for some people. So, the story of, essentially, SCPs is that it's, the SCP Wiki is a site that exists as basically the equivalent of creepypastas, but with a lot more graphic detail and care taken to it, where every single entry or story on the site is essentially an entry in the SCP Foundation's logbook, which stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. They're a foundation made and created solely to contain, care for, and protect anomalies that exist within reality, to keep the general public knowledge away from them sometimes, and or just for care of the abnormal. Sometimes it could be things as deadly as universe destruction, or something as simple as a Coke can that you definitely should not drink from. Or was it a bottle, now that I think about it? I mean, it has so many ranges, from red ice that freezes all moisture that it touches, to a mirror stone that lets you travel into different worlds, a rogue plague doctor that's lived for what we can imagine centuries that wants to cure whatever disease that we do not know, and it might quite possibly be death in and of itself, to a near indestructible lizard that really just regenerates itself from anything, from even the minute atoms that it makes up for it and solely craves deaths. Or even a cuddly slime that everything that gets within its radius is really happy. Either it can make the world a utopia or dystopia in a matter of moments for half of the things that exist out there. Even some that cannot be contained by the SCP Foundation in and of itself. So, because of that, the SCP Foundation, being the secret non-governmental, I'd like to make that very clear, it is not run by any government. They have other foundations that exist in the universe that are controlled by certain governments. Well, no need to discuss that now. If you would like to look up things on it, I would highly suggest and recommend multiple channels, honestly. I'll put cards for them for like the next minute or so for every single kind of channel, video, or suggested place you should go to for more information on it. But how it works is the Foundation is made up of classes of different kinds of people that do different jobs there. Most of the scientists and whatnot exist at the lower tier. Above that are the general officers, heads of each department. Higher than that, and way higher than that, I should say, because honestly they're like almost the top. Exists the O5 Council that run almost every single part of the SCP Foundation, who are led by the administrator, though I don't know if that counts as O1 or not because of the Ouroboros cycle, but I do not recall whether or not that is actually O1 for the O5 Council. Like, I think there's 13 of them, which is why I do not know why they're called the O5 Council now I think about it, honestly. But, nonetheless, let's hop into it. I suppose I shall be the administrator. Of all the various SCP names I could give, I think we're going to have to stick with administrator for now. Hello to the administrator. We're happy you are with us. In this 10 minutes demo, you're starting to get some process. Oh, what? I'm starting with progress already? Remember, the demo has been created with some time before release, so does not represent the final quality. Don't worry, when time is up, you could play one more time. Good luck and have fun. Sure.
Welcome to the SCP Strategy tutorial. The main statistics are in the upper main corner. The first of them is the score, which represents your progress. Your money is displayed next to the score. Research points are necessary to upgrade your organization. Next to this, you can see the time remaining until the end of the demo. Don't worry, when time is up, you could play one more time. In the center of the screen, you see your bases and mobile task forces. In the demo, the number of bases does not matter much, in contrast to MFTs. You can move your MFTs to explore the area for anomalies. If something important happened, you would get a notification. Let's talk about individual panels available in the game. In the management department, you can find the statistics of your organization. In the full version of the game, you would be able to manage the contribution of governments and expenses. On the right side, you will see the level of satisfaction with your services. If you want to open a new branch or create a new MFT, you can do this in the internal department of intelligence agency. The engineering department is responsible for technology development and upgrading your organization. Remember, to activate projects, you require an appropriate level of statistic. In the scientific department, you can examine own objects. You can outsource it to your scientist and get a standard number of points, or oversee research personally and get a bonus. If you want to speed up the passage of time, click the arrow next to the calendar. If you want to watch this video again, click on the question mark in the right upper corner. Good luck!
Okay, wow, that really annoyed me. You do not even know. I am so sorry. I'm going to move here then. By what I could tell. Yeah, that's correct. Alright, and then we'll have you search the area. Wow, he pronounced the MTFs as MFTs, and I am so sorry for dissing you on that in the video, because everything else was fairly good, but as an SCP kind of fan, I really hate that. Okay, so scientific department, I could check. I kind of want to see what half of these are. Approximately liters of substance which superficially resembles distilled water, except it has a distinct red hue. Wait. Identifying getting water, anomalous properties manifest. Contrast to mundane water, assumes liquid phase and temperatures between that. Solid state. So this is red ice. This right here is red ice. I don't remember the number it is for half of them, but I'm pretty sure it literally turns every single thing of water into contaminated water that immediately freezes it. We'll have you a new anomaly. Women who appear from water. Really? Oh, okay. In the Antarctic? Is that the whale lady? Okay, scientific department. What is that? Notification number 0, deadly virus. Atomic research. Can I do that? And how much scientific points do I have? Also, this is very hard to actually scroll around. Where did I start from? Okay, I started here. Could you move to here and search for the next one? I'd really love if you could do that. Search the current area. Okay, so, now that's red ice. Abandoned sound stage, once owned by... Are these the shadow puppets? It was initially discovered when a group of teenage youth broke into the abandoned testimony of a lone winner when she turned herself to the police not to have assessed the win. Oh, is this... Oh, I don't remember what the name of this one was. I remember this one was like a really deadly game show, but I forgot what it was exactly, what the name of it was. Unknown source seemed to be tied to one human at a time, constantly surrounded by... Oh no, not the Vermin King! I hate that. Oh, I hate that. There's basically a person who... Contagious virus, mutated version of the blank virus seems to have RNA instead of blank. It's human-specific, spread by rats who act as passive carriers. It can also be spread through sexual intercourse exposure to infected blood. I don't actually know what that would be. I'm not sure what that is. I thought that was like the zombie virus. Okay, so internal department, we don't really need a new branch. Not right now, and certainly not for 600 million. Check cases, captured objects. So how do I capture all the objects, exactly? Like, let's see. What was it? Intelligence Agency, create new MTF here. Yes. I'd like you to immediately search. MTF units are going to be kind of expensive. Well, how do I gain money? You didn't really explain that. Yes, I'd like you to fly. I'd like to search you. Never getting older, man? Is that gonna end up being God? I swear to God, if that's God. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. So another thing, a spherical place in space. Huh. Not sure what that one is. I kind of want to do more research on the virus. I don't have lots and lots of money, though. Scientific deployment. Alright, engineering department. Possibility to create up to 10 FPFs? No. I think the fact that I have that is pretty good. Increase research points by 1. I don't think I need that. Allows his ability to do manual research on objects with brains. Make this research easier. Increase the research points by... Okay. Alright, that's kind of cool. What do I get back now? Object number 8. Spherical region of space and radius located at a farm, formed by the destruction of an anomalous artifact on site by the Global Occult Coalition. That is basically the SCP department for the UN. Immediately following this event, the radius was ES? What? Okay, let's see what some of the other things here are. So the Vermin King, hairless genderless, gray-toned human, in height and weight, solid blue eyes, voice with a pronounced English accent, not currently identifiable to any region, as well as 2 additional languages that have been identified despite its existence to be common knowledge. Airless generous grade 2 on humans. 70. Oh, 28 inches in height. I don't know what that is, actually. Okay. I'm not sure. Strange worms? Alright, so I will research... Man, how much do I actually have? Never getting older, man. I might have to start sending you guys out further and faster. Check. You start searching the area. Let's move you here. And you also search the area. Science department. Okay, is it a child or maybe only a shadow? What? Micromutagens. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Alright, let's have research on both. How do I gain more research points exactly? I kind of want to know more about this. I don't know anything about that. It infects, including both absorbed nutrients at a vastly accelerated rate. They infect B cells, produce and secrete large quantities of modified human antibodies. Expand, proliferate, the organism's calorie intake increases when... Oh, the viral antibodies in this case, system cell lingus? Oh my god. Spontaneous combustion of an infected human. I don't know what that is. Oh my god. That is a lot of things that may or may not be, honestly. Let's send you somewhere. Well, there's not actually like a lot of things that it could be, but there's a lot of things that I know that it may be. For viruses that I can't say I would have an exact science of for half of these things. I need you to fly over to America, actually. Who knows? Maybe that'll be something. Alright, let's see. Never getting older, man. Huge mass from Kentucky. Oh, don't make it be the living flesh or something. Strange computer program. Probably, what is it, 76? That computer AI that's stuck on a really, really old computer, and if it had any more processing power, we'd probably all be screwed. What does trash mean? Oh, okay, good. That just gets rid of everything. I should probably do something with some of my research. Manual, let's get that. Increase the research points received by 1. Oh, but I don't have any more things to do that. Object number 13. Caucasian male appearing to be approximately 30 years of age. Somewhat round face. Records indicate his name is Robert Chetford, confined and coffined in 1915. For delusional insanity, claiming he has been cursed to live forever and will slowly turn into concrete in consequence? Oh. Okay. Rumors of patients seem to be eternally mobile and signs of no aging. Further investigation determined acquisition was warranted. So I can do manual research right now, which gives me more, and it's less. Okay. What? Ah. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Alright, so that's the right size. There. Okay, cool. I actually really like this. The fact that it, like, lets me do this. That might have been right. Oh, is it higher in size? There we go. Smaller? No. Maybe it was smaller with more like that. Success. Cool. Oh. Outward appearance is a normal man, but he doesn't appear to age, show signs of possessing a metabolism. Oh, I love seeing half of these. They're so awesome. To actually be able to explore the world of SCPs. I mean, half of this is just being able to see half of the places. Alright, let's try this. Let's set it here. Yes. Immediately search. What are we looking at? A metamorph? What does that even mean? A metamorph. Horse has wings. I don't remember a Pegasus here. Humanoid figure approximately 80 centimeters in height, similar to a small child but no discernible features. Okay, let's do... Oh, I need complex experiments for that. but I'm not getting money. How do I get more money? Check cases, cash out next month's income. I need to wait for income? Oh, God. Dangerous pathogen from mine. That's the zombie virus. That's the zombie virus right there. I remember that one escaping. That was real bad. So I don't really have more money. So I can't really research anything. And despite that, I don't have any more time, even if. I really like how this goes, but as much as I'd love to have more internal department branches, I can hardly do anything. You just finished the demo version of SCP Strategy. Hope you enjoyed the game and now you want to play the full version. The buttons on the main menu, join our Discord subreddit, and visit our website. I have already seen the wishlist page for it. I have already wishlisted it. This game is definitely interesting, I have to say. It's a very strange take on SCPs, but it does showcase technically some of the bits of actually capturing SCPs, locating them and finding them. The question only becomes, if that is the case, how exactly does any of this play into it? I mean, I know that I need to find them, and researching them will give me more research points over time. But how does that affect the actual world, per se? What will some of the events that happen in the game affect how they actually do this? And it's a really nice thing to find more SCP-themed games. I like that it's, you know, niche, but the more mainstream it becomes, it actually really serves a good purpose. And since most of the games until like SCP Blackout come out are probably not going to be all that great, I'm glad that there's more things that are actually being introduced into the community that are pretty good. Either way, for now, we're going to end this episode here. And if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe down below. I hope to see you next time. More Steam One-Shots, more Next Fest 2021 game demos, and more SCP Strategy. Peace.